All right, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Coming at you guys with an update on WTK. This is the Wadzpay token. We're going to break things down on the daily time frame as well and go over some of the key levels of support that I'm watching right now, as well as go over the bullish price targets to the upside. Now, we haven't hit them yet. We did get this falling wedge to play out, and it played out perfectly and took us up here to our major breakout level, which is where in a falling wedge pattern in a perfect world scenario, this is where you're going to come up and hit, is roughly where the pattern began. And we can see we did do that, but we ultimately haven't been able to break out past this level of 0.0167 to hit any of our bullish price targets to the upside. So I'm going to cover all of those as well as the major support levels and also go over the MACD and the RSI. So make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Please remember, none of this video is financial advice, rather just going over some of the data on the charts and presenting to you guys some of the key levels that I'm really paying attention to. Now, with that being said, we can see that we came here and we got a nice little reversal candlestick here at our 78.6% retracement level of 0.0095. So, that's kind of like the line in the sand for us. If we end up breaking that level, then most likely we're going to come back and retest some of our previous lows around 0.04, maybe even 0.004 and 0.006. All right. But above here, this is when we have the chance to come back and test our breakout level again, which again, that breakout level is 0.0167. Above there, we have 0.0194, 0.0207, and 0.0227 are going to be some of the bullish price targets to the upside. Now, it's kind of interesting right now. If we start to pull back, you notice how we're consolidating here at the support level of 0.0127. If we continue to consolidate or even drop down to the lower support level of 0.0113, we have the chance of putting in an inverse head and shoulders. We have a left shoulder here, okay? We have a head. And if we pull back and consolidate above this 0.0113 level, that could potentially put in a right shoulder to give us that inverse head and shoulders pattern and take us back up here to our breakout level. Now, the more times you test a level, the weaker it gets, and we have tested it a few times, but we really haven't been able to get a breakout or a breakthrough. So when it comes to the major levels, that's all the major levels that I'm watching. But a really useful tool is going to be the MACD, okay? And it's very useful for spotting potential entries and exits. So if you take a look here, we have our red line crossing above the blue line on our MACD, okay? And that happens right in through here. And you can see we have a nice push up on the token. Now, shortly afterwards, we get a sell signal, and then we get a nice push down. A sell signal is where this red line crosses below the MACD, and then a buy signal again once we cross up above and the red line crosses above that blue line right through here. And you can see we got the breakout and we came up and hit our breakout level. Now, afterwards, we got another sell signal. And here, as of recently, the MACD just curled back up again, and we got a very strong push to the upside. So, pay close attention to your MACD, especially on the daily time frame. That's the time frame that I'm looking at right now. It's, can be a useful indicator. No strategy is going to be 100%, but you can start to combine a few things together to really see, like over here, when we're bouncing off of our key support, and then very shortly afterwards, we get a MACD entry signal. That's a good sign, right? You have kind of two things aligning together. What I do want to highlight also is the RSI, and the RSI is also pretty useful. This dotted line right here is going to be the level of 70. And so above 70 is the technical definition of overbought. And you can see that we were overbought when we had this really big rally and came up to our breakout level. And so it's not a surprise that things pulled back. As a general rule of thumb, you typically don't want to buy something when it's overbought, as the risk of a pullback is much higher and your risk to reward ratio isn't skewed as much in your favor. And even after this recent rally, what did we do? We came back up and we hit 70 on the RSI, and we were overbought again, and we've started to pull back. Now, since that pullback, we have some room to possibly run up and head upwards on our relative strength index. But if we zoom in on this a little bit more, something we want to be cautious of is we do have a little bit of a head and shoulders forming on our RSI. We have left shoulder here, we have the head, and we're starting to put in a right shoulder. So be on the lookout for a potential drop if we break that 0.0127 support level. So that's basically it for Wadzpay for ticker symbol WTK. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget I do these viewer requests every week. So if you want to see your token, your crypto in the next one, all you got to do is comment down below and I'll get to it as soon as I can.